HBCUs is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and family. Happy New Year. It's your boy, your uncle, your cousin, and your best friend. And you are tuned in to another edition of the HBCU Man Cave, where men can relate, relax, and release. I'm your host, A. Harris Brown, representing the Bethune-Cookman University family. And as always, I am joined by my brothers, Kevin Keys III, holding down for Miles College and Texas Southern University, and Shane Kane, representing Virginia University of Lynchburg. Woo, tongue twister right there. Together, we are here to have real conversations and deep dive into topics that matter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for today, make sure you put in the comments where you're watching from. Shout out your HBCU. Yeah, and I know, Vernon. It's been a minute. We haven't been here since like before Thanksgiving, but we're back. So don't come for me. Don't do that. But tonight's topic is protecting your peace. It's mine. It's yours. Don't let nobody else to take it from you. And the power of saying no. Now, we're talking about boundaries, self-care, and the strength it takes to prioritize your mental health and peace of mind by learning the power of saying no. Now, gentlemen, before we get started with tonight's conversation, as an alpha, I would like to take a moment to show some love to distinguished men of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated as they celebrate their Founders Day today. Now, this group of brothers have been a beacon of achievement in every field of human endeavors for 114 years. Now, since their founding, since 1911. Now, Kappas have not only uplifted communities, but also have inspired generations of leaders, educators, and change makers to live out their missions of service, brotherhood, and excellence. From mentoring young men to championing social justice, their impact continues to be far and wide. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. And our special guest for today is no exception. Rashid Dennis represents his fraternity with excellence. Now, let me tell you about this brother again. Right here, he's a proud alum of Clark Atlanta University. Find a way or make one. He's a speaker, a leader, and entrepreneur with a passion of empowering others to find balance, to prioritize their well-being. And you can learn more about him and his incredible work at his website at RashidDennis.com. Brother Rashid, what's going on? Welcome to the cave.
Hey, thank you, brothers. Thank you, guys. Happy Founders Day to all the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, achievement in every field and endeavor. And thank you, brother, for that amazing introduction. Glad to be here, right here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. We've been celebrating J5 all weekend long with the Mexico Alumni Association of Kappa Alpha Psi. So beautiful achievement, exclusive achievement here in Mexico, and glad to be here today to speak with you guys today. Thank you.
Listen, we appreciate it so very much. I'm already checking out this artwork in your backdrop. First of all, I'm like, oh my God, like the artwork looks amazing. First of all, so Kevin, what's going on with you, brother?
Man. First and foremost, fully degreed and graduated across the stage from the Texas Southern University. I am officially a student at Virginia University of Lynchburg.
Welcome, baby. Welcome.
Over there, where I will be receiving my doctorate of healthcare administration. So I'm very, very excited about that. I've been on break for 2 weeks. We go back to school tomorrow. Gotta go back to those kids. Well, we love the kids. We love the kids. So I'm excited.
We love the kids.
Yep. So I'm excited to go back. I'm actually ready to go because I was pretty bored just sitting here, so I'm ready to go back, and that's pretty much. We got some other stuff coming down the line, but I'll announce that later.
All right, Shane, what's going on with you up here in Seattle?
Listen, man, it's cloudy and rainy and cold up here, okay? But as you guys know, man, I have 95 days before I receive my doctorate. So, it's crunch time. So
let's go.
last semester, baby. Last semester, and we in it. So I'm thanking God for just the patience, man. It's a new year, so I'm giving God thanks for that. So it's crunch time, last 90 days, 95 days, and that's it. You know, I'm ready to just cross the stage and complete the final chapter of my educational journey.
Awesome.
Walk it down, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, make sure that you like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. Right now, all that. And then shout out to HBCU and what city you watching from right now. Now, before we dive in, so we got a couple new things we're gonna try today. Okay, so before we dive in, we got a quick question. A quick icebreaker question. I want to warm things up. Now, this is a yes or no challenge. Okay. So Kevin, Shane, and Rasheen, here's how it works. I'm going to throw out some rapid fire questions, and you can only answer with a yes or no. Now, understand now, no explanations. No, if you provide I don't need any explanation. Just give me your gut response. You haven't defended unless I ask you to. Let's see where this takes us. I got just a couple quick ones. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to chime in the chat as well, you can. So, first question: do you feel guilty when you say no?
No.
Oh, that was aggressive. Have you ever said yes to something you instantly regretted?
Yes.
Do you think saying no makes you selfish?
No.
Okay then. All right.
No.
And would you say no to a free trip if you're overwhelmed?
A free trip? I'm saying
yes or no, Kevin?
No.
All right, so I had to go back real quick because y'all were aggressive with that first one. You feel guilty when you say no. Y'all was aggressive with that. No.
Yeah.
Somebody. Kevin, why were you so hard on that one?
The first one?
Yeah. You're guilty when you say no.
Because sometimes I'm saying no to protect my peace. So if I'm saying, so why am I feeling guilty for saying no that's going to help protect me? Like, no, you got to set healthy boundaries. So if I don't set that boundary and I'm saying yes to everything, I'm going to be overworked, overwhelmed, underappreciated, and just overly tired. And I'm not going through that. So no.
Because guess what? Right away, you setting clear boundaries, signaling that your time, your energy, and your resources is valuable. So why not?
Okay. All right. So my next one, so Shane, why were you so adamant of saying no? Do you think saying no makes you selfish? You were like, no, it doesn't make you selfish.
So
does it make you selfish?
It doesn't make me selfish, but sometimes when you actually sit back and think about it, right? Sometimes you got to sit back and think about stuff, right? And you will think back and does it, because to the world it may seem selfish, to you it may not seem selfish, because guess what, individually you know what you're trying to get at, you know what you're trying to protect, you know what you're trying to, your ambience, right? And because at the end of the day it's going to be all about you. Right. So if it's going to be all about you, man, to hell with everybody else.
Dude, that the hell with everybody else.
Flat out.
All right. Rasheen, you was like, you would not say no to a free trip. If you
you were stating basically if you felt overwhelmed, but that trip can help your peace and make you not feel as overwhelmed at all. So I wouldn't say no to that, because that's going to help protect my peace and get me back to a place where I need to be. And normally if that's a place, trips, travel, things like that, those are things that I enjoy. That's going to maybe put me back in the space that I need to be able to protect my peace. So I'm not going to say no to that. Even if I'm overwhelmed, I'm going to prioritize that to to help me along to protecting my peace. So I think that's going to be the
All right,
answer
well,
for
thank
me
you for the yes
all
or
the
no
time.
challenge, gentlemen. I don't know if there's any. No, and shout out to Vernon. I see. Hey, Vernon. Yes,
Welcome
we're back, Vernon. Yes, and he also says depends on what. Wait, Vernon says it depends on what she looks like if I'm going to say yes or no. Right?
Yeah, that could be a factor. But
Oh Lord, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we already breaking boundaries.
Oh my God! All right, so so let's talk
Okay.
about this struggle, the struggle to say no. Let's talk really honestly. Let's talk about the struggle to say no. And I'm here's the thought is why is saying no so difficult, especially in a professional setting first? Why is it so hard, difficult? Or let me rephrase the question. Which is easier to say no in a professional setting or a personal setting?
Personal.
Yeah.
You just say no in a personal? Why?
This goes back to last season. I'm sorry, I don't mean to just step in just like that. But
No, I love it. Come on.
This all goes back to last season of when I talked about how we got some black men that have this fear when they go to the workplace that today could possibly be my last day. Like if I make one mistake, I'm out of here. If I'm not perfect, if I'm not giving my all, we always often say that we have to work twice as hard just to be looked at as a half of a human. So if we constantly, have that fear when we go to the workplace, it's like if we say no, is they gonna think I got an attitude, or am I an angry black man or an angry black woman? So you got to sit there and I don't want to sound too mean, so I got to do everything. But then you got to realize, hey, this y'all don't care about me that much. I'm not about to sit there and kill myself over it. I'm not about to sit there and stress myself out. So it takes a moment and it takes a time to get to that point where you don't let that job stress you and you know how to set boundaries and say, this is beyond my job description, or this is beyond my work band, and I cannot get this done in the time that you are allocating for me because I have this, and this done. It's okay to say that this is not within my time span to be able to do this. I can't do this, But we've often been told that we have to be so perfect, and if we make one mistake, we out of here. It's harder to say no in that type of workspace until you realize your value. Because I say in my workplace, and when I was working, I didn't realize that I didn't have to be a yes man to these to people in the workplace.
You saw where you're going there.
Okay.
I didn't have to be a yes man in the workplace because I knew that I had value. And I knew that, especially when I became a teacher, I had to learn, even as a teacher, like, I have value. A child is 25% more likely to go to college if they encounter a black male educator between the times of K through 8. So I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. So I know what I will take and I know what I won't take. And when you're able to set boundaries because of you knowing your worth, it makes the job easier. So set that boundary. Take that PTO. Tell them I'm not coming in. No, I can't do that for you. Prepare the other.
All right. Rashid, what about you?
Your point on the personal tip, you got to know your value as well. It's just not in the job. It's on the personal tip as well. So when people come in to ask you certain things like, you have to, you have a value, and you can't just say yes to everything because then your standards, you got to think about your standards as well at the end of the day. Because I know a lot of times, a lot of people come with me to a lot of different ideas. They want to do different things here in Mexico. They want things. And so, but you have to, hey, I'm saying no. This is my standard. This is what I can present. And if it doesn't fall within that, in your regard, then I'm not going to be able to do it. So, like to your point, we have standards as on a personal tip as well, outside of the job. So we got to learn how to say no to protect our boundaries. And I've been much better. I've had to do that like really the last 3 years as well. A lot of people, come here, expatting, they want a lot of people come here to want free things and things like that. You have to know how to know, like, I'm not able to do that. So that's a great point with that.
Shane, what about you on the professional level? Is it difficult to say no on the professional side?
So it is and it's not. But before I even jumped, I want to go back and put together Kevin and Rashid's point, right?
Okay.
So with the difficult in the professional and the personal setting, right? It can be very challenging because of several psychological, social, and cultural reasons, right? The desire to approve, right? You have the conflict of avoidance. You call there's something that I call FOMO, fear of missing out, right? So the anxiety of like overly loss of opportunities, promotions, or connections by, declining one's work ethic, something like that, right? And then you go back to the lack of boundaries, right? Which is, difficulty recognizing or articulating a personal or professional limit. Then you can go to cultural conditioning, and the list goes on, right? So sometimes, yes, it's difficult to say no, and sometimes it's not. It just all depends on the setting, so to speak. So for me,
Okay.
Yep.
it depends on the on that setting in that time frame that you're dealing with, whatever you're dealing with. So
Okay.
that's where I would put it. I wouldn't say no right away, and I wouldn't say yes right away. It all depends on that setting.
So it doesn't matter if it's in a personal situation.
It doesn't matter if it's a
family or your friends, or something you're dealing with, because you're at work and the military says you got to do this.
Listen, in the military, you already know how it is. If they tell me to do something, yes, sir. No, ma'am. Okay, get it done. That's it. Okay. Ain't no rebuttal. Ain't no get it done.
So here, my thought is, then how are some of the cultural influences in our African American community and or in our HBCU world has led to this sometimes sense of overcommitment? Because sometimes we have to be the bearer of all of the things, and we have to juggle so much that sometimes I know we have all been in that position where it's hard to say no because they're depending on us to get it done. Yeah. I know I can call old Kevin to get it done because he's the only black man in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're on the man cave, right? We're in the man cave, right? So historical context and preservation, right? Which means the legacy of overcoming systematic obstacles. He's the only black man in the building. So guess what? He's the only one that can do it. He's the only one that can get over it. He's the only one that can do this and can do that, right? Now, if we're going to take it further, if it's a Hispanic or a Mexican, right? Oh, he's the only person that can do this. Let's go to this only. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's that exact person, that historical. Okay, so it's, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to at the end of the day,
Okay.
It's whatever. If you say no or yes or no, people have to respect that at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people, I've even had people come to me after I told them no, they respected it, because at the end of the day, you have to protect your peace and you have to protect your boundaries. And if you go around saying yes to everything, especially on a personal level, maybe not on the job on a personal level, you kind of be labeled as a pushover somewhat, and they'll look at you as easy for, he can do whatever he wants. Like, no, you can't. You have to have a standard, and you have to protect your peace at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Rasheen, I need you to get this done. You're the only one who can make this happen. You come from a place in space in school where it says find a way or make one, and brother, I need for you to get it done.
Yep.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to assess it. If it's right for me, I'll get it done. Okay. Yeah, if it's right for me, if the situation is right, if depends on what the ask is, right? Like if it has to work for me, it has to be mutual beneficial. And if it's something good, then yeah, we can say yes to it. But if it's not, I'm gonna say no. Like we're grown at this point. It's not a thing of having to kowtow to different needs of what these people want. Like at the end of the day, you got to do what makes you happy. And protecting your peace at all costs. Absolutely.
No, I'm gonna walk you through it. I ain't gonna flip. No.
All right. This is my last on this. Okay, so if anybody, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw it out there and just see who I'm gonna throw it and see where it lands. Can anybody share a personal story of something that you struggled to say no, personal or professional? And what were the consequences of your decision? Come on, Kevin.
I'm gonna use somebody else for this story. I'm not gonna use me. I ain't gonna put my business on forefront.
Okay.
This is why
but you got a story.
Created. But I got a story for y'all.
All right, but let's go and give him the spotlight so we can
I'm
hear the
gonna
story.
tell y'all the story of the French, the French omelet and the Colorado omelet at IHOP. Okay, so a lady walks into an IHOP and she wants a French omelet, but IHOP doesn't sell French omelets, but they sell Colorado omelets. So she decides to go and get that Colorado omelet because she's already there. But yet she already knows that there is a place that's right down the street that will sell a French omelet and they specializes in it. However, she did not go there because she was more comfortable staying at IHOP. I promise y'all I'm not talking about breakfast right now at all. What I'm saying is sometimes we will keep ourselves in certain situations just simply because we are comfortable. Sometimes we won't say no and we will say okay and yes and conform to what is not okay because we are comfortable. And that's often sometimes we get into that same cycle of saying okay or saying yes, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. That's how we get overwhelmed. That's how we get told, that's how we get burnt out. That's how we get, tired because we often overextend ourselves because that's what we're normal. That's what we're okay with. That's what we're comfortable with instead of actually taking that extra initiative to go and do the things that we know will make us happy by simply saying, no, I can't do this. No, I can't, I know what's best for me and I need to take that extra mile to say no. I need to go down that street and go to that store or that restaurant that specializes in that French omelet because I know that that's what's right for me instead of staying somewhere where I'm uncomfortable and eating a Denver omelet just because it is okay and it's here right now and it's what's convenient for me. That's what. But guess what? At the end of the day, some people still gonna sit here and think I'm talking about breakfast, and that's the big issue.
That's the gag right there.
Man, oh man.
All right, so let's talk about some of the benefits of saying no. Okay, so how saying no helps protect your mental health and personal peace. How does saying no protect your mental health and your personal peace? Ooh, okay.
This may sound far off, but it's not because I could tie it back. But it does. How we can help in that area is strength in your vulnerability as a man. Right. It can also help you in your mental and in your emotional being. With improvement of your relationship, whether it's strictly platonic relationship or relationship with, a significant other, right? It can help you focus on priorities in life. Also, being more assertive, have a certain assertiveness, and also respect for yourself and for others. So I definitely believe that it will definitely help in those areas.
Okay. I love that. I love that. All right, Rasheen, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah, on all your sentiments on that. It's it just at the end of it just helps protect you. And then the other, whoever's asking those type of questions, they have to I think they garner more respect for you as well. They know, okay, this is where you're coming from. And you have to respect it at the end of the day. It's just because you say no, it doesn't mean that it's like the end.
Or you're weak. Or
your relationship. It's okay. It's like you're setting those boundaries. Maybe they would know next time a better way to present. It helps sharpen everybody. Those no's will help. Okay, maybe I need to come back in a different way and reevaluate it. and then you're not just putting yourself out there by going with some plan that they want to do that it's not really well thought of at the end of the day. So
right.
I think it's great for everybody, to say those no's and to be protecting your peace and your health with that.
And ladies and gentlemen, we also want to share with you all that understanding the importance that setting boundaries in relationships, at work, in your community service, in your fraternities, whatever you're doing in, it's okay to I can only do but so much at a given time. It's okay bruh, this ain't the time right now. Or it's I can only handle what I can handle. I'm quite sure as Rasheen and they were planning for their whole big J5 celebration in Mexico, it's they was acting for brothers to do a whole lot of things. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm quite sure him and some other brothers this is what I can do, and this is what I can't do.
Yep.
And it's okay. I'd rather you be upfront and honest with me than lead us to believe you got something under control and you don't.
It all falls down.
And then we all come to the party looking for something and be like, bro, what happened? You be like, where the girls at?
But see, there's strategies to say no also. Because you can't just be disrespectful with it.
No.
You get what I'm saying? You got to be polite but firm.
Okay, then let's talk about those strategies for saying no effectively. Come on.
I say hell no. It's right to not have a problem.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because being polite is just showing a level of maturity when you say no. You just not saying no and having this attitude behind it and just being, just somebody who is not educated. You know what I'm saying? Just say no. Hey, excuse me. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not going to happen. And do it very politely. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You're using the statement, I appreciate the opportunity, but no, thank you. I'm focused on something else or whatever the case may be, right. Offer alternatives, maybe, keep it nice and short, simple, respectful, stuff like that. But don't be disrespectful when you use the word no, because guess what? A no coming from a man can seem very aggressive. Remember you broke the icebreaker and we were so aggressive with it, Being aggressive, it comes off a little different.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So us as men,
right.
Hey, no, I'm good. I'm chill. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I do appreciate it. Just not being extra aggressive with it, because then everyone's going to look at it like you're a monster.
And especially, and Sean, you're so right. Especially, I think as Black men, we have to kind of, be a little bit more respectful and tactful in when we're saying these no's as well.
Yeah.
Because if not, you can be looked at in the workplace as an angry Black man.
Yeah.
And so we've had to have these ways of how can we respond, in a tactful way to where they don't think, oh, you're just being an asshole or whatever. You're actually, no, if I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you like, okay, this is how I feel. This is what can be better. And, we can't do it this time, but it's going to, and coming from us, it always has to be like that. That's just the world we live in.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, really, I hear, here in Mexico, internationally or abroad.
Yeah.
We just have to we have to toe that line, as Black men.
So okay, so let me then role play. Let me role play. No, let me role how well without you being aggressive. And Kevin coming with the whole hell no.
I say no 3 times in my head before I actually say it out loud. And it's a couple of no's, then it'd be absolutely not, that I am incapable of fulfilling those duties for you or something of that nature,
So let's try.
I mean,
so Kevin, this is right. So Kevin, let's say I am your school principal and I come into your classroom.
Okay.
And we have this community service project that can utilize your expertise and knowledge, because we want to be able to take our 8th graders to this political rally to really engage them about the political climate in our community of Southeast Detroit, Michigan area. And it's happening this Friday. And I know we just getting back in school. And I want to know, because of your background and your political aspirations, I really think that you can pull this off, Mr. Keys. And I really need you to be able to volunteer some time to take our 8th graders after school on Friday to this event, to allow them to be able to have a voice. And it's going to be about 3 or 4 hours. And I need you to kind of make this thing happen.
Well, we get out of school at 4, so you're talking about 3 or 4 hours. That means I'm not getting home to 8. Am I being paid extra for this?
No, Mr. Keys, unfortunately, this is going to be a volunteer opportunity this time around. But think about what it's going to do for the students and the exposure.
I love the students.
And because of the fact this is dealing with some issues about school board regulations and systems. And I know you have a background in that.
And it can't be no other day.
Well, it's something that's being sponsored by the mayor.
All right, see, and I can publicly say this. The way the mayor felt about me, I ain't going. So no. No. Definitely not. I'm sorry.
What was the dilemma that you were kind of struggling? Because it was like you were asking the clarifying questions and you were going through the motions.
Am I really about to sit here and dedicate more time after school? Mind you, we get out of school at 4 o'clock. So am I about to spend 4 or 5 more hours on a Friday night? Just nah. I teach social studies. I can teach all this on Monday or on another day. Like, we good. Nah.
I just wanted to see how you would handle it, because that means that can happen, right?
I'm gonna ask questions though before I say no. I'm gonna ask all the questions you need, all the questions. I just no, I can't do it.
I'll put you on one more role play. So, Shane.
Yes, sir.
Next Saturday morning, I know that you have your online class. However, we have this event that I think I need for you to fly out to the base in San Antonio to work on this project. And I need you to lead this project for us because there's a situation there at the base. I can't think of the name of the base right now, but it's in San Antonio, Texas. And I know they can use your expertise to be able to kind of lead this initiative, to kind of bring this gathering of military officials from all of the 5 branches on that
base.
What am I thinking about? On the base, yes. And it's going to take you out for a couple of days. So I know you're going to miss school on Saturday, and it's going to take you away from your family for a few days. And I'm wondering if you can take this lead now, because it's last minute. We can reimburse you on the back end because some logistics in the office. You know, our secretary, she's out, so I can't get the paperwork done to get you the flight. But if you can front it, we'll take care of it on the back end.
As it sounds very tempting and very good. Unfortunately, my captain wouldn't approve that. Unfortunately.
Oh, I can send him an email real quick.
I'm pretty sure my captain would not approve it. We need 14 days leading up. So personally, I can tell you that I would not be attending. However, I can type up some notes and I can do my own research and sending it to you guys so you can have something to give to whoever that can fill that spot and help you to move forward.
He a good one. I wouldn't even do that.
So, Raheem, what do you think about their responses to both of these guys? What do you think of their responses?
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you have your standards, right? You have, you know, proper prior planning. So 14 days before, you can't just expect me to drop everything.
Exactly.
And, you know, there's processes and protocol on how we live our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the same goes if you're going to be asking something. Hey, if it's 14 days, if it fell within those parameters of where you can work with it, then maybe you could have done that. But if you ask something last minute like that, then it doesn't give either parties a chance to be able to really properly respond to it. So it's gonna have to be a no.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, leave my whole family, and then now I got to do this and get transportation to my I need 14 days, and then I need an extra 3 to 5 business days for that request to go through.
Okay. You got me over here steaming like my principal really did ask me to stay after. I'm over here like, I don't understand. Teachers already don't get paid enough. So basically
work
half
on the
of
weekends.
our job is like volunteering. So you want us to volunteer even more hours? Like,
the weekends don't count. The weekends don't count.
And then brother, you were saying your relationship with the mayor is, well, that would have been maybe a good opportunity for you to smooth some things over with the mayor.
No.
Possibly no.
I have no interest. I have no interest. This lady's a known racist. She's a known racist. So no.
Okay.
Never.
I was really trying to make it personal. Like, okay, let me say something that's going to trigger, that's going to connect to them, because I knew the political aspiration. We're talking about the school board. I'm like, okay, he's going to buy into this.
Yeah,
and I knew that with Shane, it's going to be like, okay, I know it's going to impact his, his. I know he goes to school on Saturdays. Some of his self-care, his family time on the weekends.
Oh yeah.
But his job coming in here like, but no, I need you to go to this other base and do this.
Yeah, you need to put that in 14 days in advance. And then if it was 10, yeah, we could work with it. You know what I'm saying? Because with 10 days, now I can go ahead and like, okay, well, all right, homeboy, can you just drop my kids to school? All right, you can do that. You can do that. All right, listen. Right. And then we're going to put some things into play.
Right. And it sounds like a good opportunity.
It is a good opportunity. And it's so funny you brought that up. I've been given that opportunity before, which I've taken full advantage of, right? But it was within a whole 2 months of that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So,
it depends on how it's presented, right? I mean, we're not saying no to everything, but when it's presented right, and with a plan, okay.
Because it's a presentation. And a presentation, I mean, you're dealing with all branches, and all branches are not the same. We are the same, but we have different structure, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna need time. All right, Navy, Air Force, you know what I'm saying? Space Force, Marines, I'm gonna need, and then tied something together right in the middle, and then come up with a, then conclusion. I'm gonna need about a good 4 or 5, maybe 10 days to put everything together. That's half of it right there.
Wait, is it Fort Bragg? I think it's is it Fort? Am I the right?
Fort Bragg is North Carolina, I think.
Yeah, Fort Bragg is. Damn, where's Fort Bragg?
No, that's in Atlanta. That's in Atlanta.
Bragg
I was trying to think of the bases in San Antonio, because I know it's got all of them right there. That's what I was trying to think. I was trying to make this thing as real as possible with this whole role play thing. All right, so now. Let's just share with our viewing audience, or even share amongst ourselves here in the Man Cave. Again, for those who are watching us, again, you're just tuning in. You're watching the HBCU Man Cave. But today we're talking about the whole idea of just the power of saying no, or just how to protect your peace. So again, if you have any comments, if you want to be able to like, comment, subscribe, share, leave a comment in the chat. If you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on the replay. That's shout out to YouTube for all our replayers right now. Again, leave a comment. We would love to be able to either shout you out on the screen right now, and or come back and respond to your question or comment or concern later on. So now let's leave, gentlemen, with our viewing audience, or to inspire each other. What are some actionable takeaways and tips? What are some practical tips in saying no effectively? I know you've kind of shared some, but let's kind of just make sure we get it in this good sound bite in this section of. I love how you said earlier, Shane, about saying it respectfully. And I love how you gave I cannot. However, let me give you an alternative. Are there any other strategies or other takeaways of how to say no effectively without, giving people some choice words. Be like, oh, I can't stand her. She racist. I didn't say that. Anyone said that. That's just me saying it out loud.
Yeah, like I didn't name drop.
Don't everybody speak at once.
Okay, so I mean, I guess I'll start. I'm gonna say I think I'm probably the black sheep of this conversation, because I'm gonna say a lady died in her cubicle at Wells Fargo and was there for multiple days until she was found. I say that to say they don't care about you like that. Protect your peace. You come first.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking about taking that sick day, take that sick day. If you're thinking about taking that PTO, prepare the others. If you want to take that mental health day,
take the mental health day.
Because at the end of the day, you come first. And you can worry about that check all you want. But guess what? If you did, you can't spend it with nobody. So protect you first, protect your mental, and be okay with saying no. Understand that you can say no. Like, you don't have to always be everything for everybody else. Don't be that pitcher that pours the tea for everybody else that you don't have enough to drink for yourself. Understand that. Understand that.
You said enjoy your own tea.
You can't just give to everybody, give that you don't have enough for you. Okay. So you gotta remember to take that time to say no, or not right now. It's okay to tell somebody not right now.
Okay, so not yet. Okay.
I don't have the mental span to even handle that right now. Even when somebody try to come trauma dump on you, you can tell somebody, I don't have the mental capacity to even unpack anything that you're saying to me right now. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that. Because people trauma can wear on you. So you have to understand it's okay, even on your personal life, to just say, no, I don't have it in me right now. I don't have it in me right now. And that's the advice I can give you. Understand that you come first.
Shane, what you got?
I like what you just said, and I'm going to add on it.
Okay, let's add on.
Refrain no as an empowerment. Saying no preserve capacity to make a greater impact in areas in your life that matters. Right? Because guess what? It honors your own boundaries while upholding the commitment that you have for yourself or for anyone's self. So, you know what I'm saying? Refrain no as an empowerment. Don't think it's no is being weak, or saying no is, oh, I'm not helping or I'm not satisfying. No, use that no as an empowerment, because people will use you. People will pour and take out. They're taking out, but they're not pouring in.
But there's power in the word no.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's power in that.
Yeah, exactly. So saying no, preserve that capacity for greater impact in areas that matters most.
Awesome sauce.
Yep.
Washington, what you got? Any other practical tips of how to say no effectively?
Man, well, I mean, you brothers nailed it, with those two assessments. But I mean, these are things that that no, and I think just knowing when to say no, but then kind of coming back. I always try to give people, if it's a no, I always kind of give people a little bit of not criticism, but just a different way of approach. If I'm saying no, it's because of this reason. And the thing is, people respect it. People respect it at the end of the day, that you're standing, you're setting your boundaries, you're protecting your peace. And if you're saying no to a certain thing, then it's okay for that, because they understand where you're coming from. At the end of the day, they see how they can improve or whatever their ask was either, right? So they can go back and reassess what their particular question, what they had on that no, and then come back with a certain thing, and then we can kind of both work together to make it a yes at the at another time. So it's a learning. No can be a learning experience for on both sides of it at the end of the day.
Okay. Awesome sauce. Ladies and again, I love that. Burning. I'm dying. I'm on the floor. Vernon says sometimes you have to say, I'm not the one today. Eat your shit while I handle my shit over here. Yes, Shane. I'm just saying. Thank you, Vernon.
Straight to the point.
All right, now listen. So again, we want to just also use some. Also, I just want to add some other, just add value to that saying. Also, use respective yet firm phrases. You know, I appreciate the offer. I love how Shane used the example earlier. I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit right now. Oh, you know, that doesn't work for me. But thank you for thinking of me. You know, again, it's important that you prioritize your mental health. And know that saying no is not selfish. Woo! Right. Saying no is not selfish. It's
That's
just
self-care.
Woo! Practicing saying no in small, low-stake situations can help build confidence. Focus on your long-term benefits of protecting your peace. That's it. That's all. Like, we want to make sure that you are protecting your peace. Listen, I don't know if anybody else has anything else we want to say. We're not done yet, but anybody else want to add anything else to these some good ones? These some good ones. Thank y'all for sharing that.
Yeah, you know, I was told no, you know, a couple of days ago, you know, but I respected it. It was cool. I had a.
Well, she said no, and when she said no, that means
no. I had a fraternity brother of mine. We're like setting our committees. I wanted him to be on the entertainment committee because he's a pretty high powerful lawyer in the entertainment space, and to be able to create a concert series here in Riviera Maya around spring break. But he just told me he doesn't have the capacity to do it right now. And you know what? I respect that, brother. You know, and we can circle back at another time on it, and it's it's all good. So
that's cool. I'm just messing with you. I was teasing earlier. Listen, so again, saying no is not hard. It's not hard at all. And there are benefits when you are able to set boundaries for yourself. And then when you can create those actionable strategies, you won't feel guilty about it. Don't ever feel guilty about saying no. Not at all. Not one bit. Yep. Listen, before we get up out of here, fellas, you know, like all I could do, I could do a quick little check-in to make sure everybody, we did a quick check-in at the beginning because we hadn't been here. And we took holidays off, but since we are now back in the brand new year of 2025, again on J5. I'm gonna shout out, the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi again. But then again, we're gonna shout out, then we're gonna show love to everybody else. Make sure you check our social media for Historically Black Sense. We'll be shouting out all the other Divine Nines who are having Founders Day celebrations for the month of January. So all the January birthdays, please stand up.
We up next. Big Blue 5.
Okay, let's go back around the room real quick. If there's anything else, you want to share professionally or personally in your space, in your world, in your city. Kevin, what's happening in your neck of the woods? Anything else you want to share?
Other than the Detroit Lions is currently playing right now, so we want to just get some positivity their way. I'm gonna tell y'all, it means a lot to me that they are winning as many games as they is. I grew up in the city of Detroit, and I was around a team that was always losing, but we always stayed strong and always told them like we support y'all, and that's why Detroit fan base is going so hard for Detroit right now because we have seen a franchise that was completely like 0-15.
Oh wow!
One of their best in their entire franchise history. So shout out to them. A couple of more things. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all watching this right now, if y'all watching it later, send this to somebody. Send this to somebody. We are on the road to 1 million followers. So I need y'all to go ahead and just keep on keeping this page moving. Come on, keeping it moving. We want to encourage and educate as many people as we can to continue to go to HBCUs, to continue to learn about HBCUs, all that. So that's really all I got. Just continue to pray, keep our heads up, stay prioritizing your mental, especially in this climate, especially in this day and age right now, especially in this upcoming weeks. I know it's easy to feel discouraged, especially those who has been watching this election season, and now it's coming to a close, and all the inauguration ceremonies and all that. Just keep praying, keep y'all mental together, keep y'all first. We gonna get through it. We got through everything else, y'all. Understand, we put a lot of emphasis.
People.
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on all this and say, oh, it's the end of the world. Y'all, we was able to get through slavery. We was able to get through 200 years of slavery. If we can get through that, we can get through anything, y'all. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna knock these 4 years down, and we're gonna make the right decision next time. So
Shane,
keep your heads up and keep it moving. That's all I got.
Shane, what you got?
Detroit Lions, okay. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Fly, Eagles, fly. That's all I'm gonna say. It's 2025, man, and my theme for this year is unbothered. Okay. We wrapping up this whole, whatever, we gonna swear in somebody in the office in a couple of days. All right, so it's gonna be a trying time. We already seen what's happening starting of this year. Prayers going out to every individual down in New Orleans, all the families. Prayers up for you guys down there. It's going to be a trying year. It's going to be a hell of a 4 years. I can tell you that for a fact. So
that's your balls. Ain't that your balls?
Yeah.
Y'all know what's going to happen in a couple of months from here.
That's your ball.
So don't do that. But apart from that, man, stay unbothered, stay prayed up. We know how to do that. Okay. Because we've been doing that. We've been doing that. As Kevin said, 200 years of we can do it. So continue following the page. Newsletters is coming out, so stay up with that. So
the HBCU rundown.
So Capricorns, I love y'all. That's it.
Rasheen, what you got? Anything that you want to share in your world?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, here in Riviera Maya, we're on base, Playa del Carmen. So anybody who's looking, we have had a lot of people coming here to relocate, invest in property, expat here in this particular region. So anybody's, interested in that, you can hit me, directly. I have, real estate, pretty much the whole gamut of lifestyle here. So you can, hit me directly at Rashid Dennis. RashidDennis.com. Also, just on these next 4 years, there's opportunity in everything. So I wouldn't, just because Donald Trump is president, there's still going to be opportunity, for you to come up. And so make sure to just be on the forefront of that. You know what I'm saying? Like be able to take care of your financial things. Be financially ready to be able to hop on anything that's, coming down the pipeline. It doesn't matter really, of course it matters who's in office. And the thing is, we still gotta, we still gotta thrive and create what we can do. We can pretty much create and control anything we want to and thrive in any circumstances. So just make sure to do that. Stay prayed up, protect your peace, keep a great environment around you. That's always been paramount for me. Like that noise that you hear a lot in the States. And living in the States and being affected by the negative media news cycle can be quite damaging to you. I notice that every time I come back, I was just in Atlanta for a couple of days, and you just see the negative energy that's around, that can be around. So just protect your peace and put yourself in a better environment, whichever way you can, wherever you are.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Listen, for me, I want to shout out the fact that since the last time we've been together, in the virtual space. I got a 4.0 GPA from Clark Atlanta University.
Congratulations, brother.
Bro, listen, I am 2 more semesters away to one day be somebody's principal.
Nice.
Lord knows it could not be me. It was all God. Listen, trust me. And I had to learn how to say no to some people and to some things to be able to get to that 4.0 because it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
But we made the thing happen. Listen, hopefully you all had a wonderful or you got through the holiday because I know for some I would like to share the fact that Merry Christmas is not merry for everybody. But now that we are on the other side of it, you got through it, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. Hopefully, I don't know if you believe in resolutions or you just believe in making a commitment or just, some staying power on what you are going to do moving forward. But know that consistency is the key. And in order to be able to get into a routine, just as we have certain routines, you got to be consistent with that routine. So if you want to make it a habit, you got to keep doing it for some time for it to finally sink in. So if you're gonna commit to that gym, commit to the gym. If you're gonna commit to pulling away from the carbs, you got to commit to it. Don't get mad about it. Like, oh, I didn't ate it, didn't just restart over. Don't give up. All right. So now, also wanted to share again, we would love to make sure if you want to be a guest on our show, hey, make sure you leave a comment in the chat or hit us up. You'll be seeing our newsletter come out. So now we have a whole HBCU rundown newsletter that's going to feature quite a few different things from our different shows here on Historically Black Sense. So we will have a feature for the HBCU Man Cave on top of some other things that could be beneficial to you. To find out more about that, please make sure you go to the description of this video, whether you're watching it on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you're watching it from, or go to HBCUsense.com for more information. Now, listen, my last thing I want to share with everybody again, if you haven't already done so, you've heard some great strategies and tips from these gentlemen today, right here in the HBCU Man Cave. Now, here are 2 other affirmations that I hope that you will want to consider in adopting or embracing into your space. One is remind yourself that I am allowed to prioritize my peace over other people's expectations. I'm gonna say it again for somebody in the back. I am allowed to prioritize my peace over other people's expectations. That's the first one. And the second affirmation I have for you is saying no to others is saying yes to myself. Saying no to others is saying yes to myself. Hey, I want to thank Rashid for being here today, all the way from Mexico on his special Founders Day. Again, shout out to J5 and all the members of Kappa Alpha Psi. And listen, we got other ones, Phi Beta Sigma are coming up. Okay.
Man, I was at Miles.
Huh?
I was at Miles College. We played you guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all did lose. I remember.
So, Rashid, thank you for joining us tonight and sharing your wisdom about protecting your peace, and your insights were very inspiring and very much needed. Again, find you some resources, get connected, find people in your community you can talk to, find you a tribe. Find you a community that you can connect with. We would love to have you with our tribe and part of our Man Cave every Sunday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, shout out to Historically Black Sense. Make sure you go to our website at hbcusense.com. Again, as always, I'm your boy, your uncle, your cousin, and your best friend. And you've been watching the HBCU Man Cave, where men can relate, relax, and release. I want you to stay blessed. Stay safe, stay focused, and we'll see you next time right here in the cave.
Hey.